Here's a review of the first ever Lexus ES F Sport. Is it sporty enough? It sure looks like it. I'll see you on the other side and hit that subscribe button. Let's do this. Here we are. This kind gentleman Howard saw me taking a video of the car, and he's a longtime Lexus owner. He owns a LS 460, and he said just pull the car up into the driveway and take some pictures of it, do your videos, because it looks a lot better than just sitting there in front of all that lovely looking scenery there. So thanks again, Howard, for letting me pull up in your driveway. It's awesome. All right, so the car's on. You have the daytime running lights. I'll turn on the triple beam headlights for you in a little bit. We have the 19-inch wheels. I'll do a better walk around, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what's going on. Let's turn these triple beams on like so. So there's a lot of styling. If you guys, oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Looks great. I wouldn't change anything about the headlights. I think they did an amazing job. I really like the grille. As Howard said, hey, that looks like wired mesh painted black, and that's pretty much what it looks like. I still think it looks really good, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but that's fine. This car's not for everyone. But man, you get on the inside and it sure feels like it could be. So first ever F Sport for the ES. We have these beautiful 19-inch wheels. If you want to see the tire dimensions, 235 by 40 by 19. So the nice F Sport badge right here. I'm going to back up so you guys can see it from the side. She is beautiful. Now I wish they use vapor chrome like they have on the front around the edge of the windows here and the mirror. You see a little bit here. And again, F Sport's going to have a nice black top to the mirror. Excuse me. Now what I wish they would have done, I don't know why they did this, but this kind of looks, it kind of messes with the flow a little bit. I wish the door would open, including this trim here. But I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, if that came out, that's a sharp piece that'd probably knock off your face. But it kind of disrupts the design flow. But for practical reasons, you wouldn't want this jabbing you in the head. Obviously we have the spoiler on the F Sport. You're going to have it on the hybrid as well, and it'll be an option on other models. I have the door cracked, so don't worry about that. Here we have the rear taillights, kind of reminiscent of the LC with the reflecting taillights, but it looks pretty good. Of course you have the F Sport, and then you actually have the dark chrome on the back as well, like you do on the front. Looks super sharp. Unfortunately, they don't have the darkened chrome around the exhaust tips. And then you have a little rear diffuser here on the bottom, and we'll just finish up over here on the side. You guys can see the rear quarter panel, but it's cold. I want to get inside the inside of the car. Underneath, we have the 3.5 liter V6. It's the same horsepower as the non-F Sport. So it has 302 horsepower, and it's extremely smooth, mated with this 8-speed transmission. I think it's a match made in heaven, and they couldn't have done a much better job, in my opinion, with the engine and transmission. Yeah, you could always use more power, but no one really needs much more than 300 horsepower. It's more of a, I just want to go faster than the speed limit sort of thing. But let's get on the actual inside now. On the inside, now this car is going to in a local arena to be kind of a showcase piece there. So we have some plastic still in the car. I mean, this car just got in from Kentucky, where these cars are assembled. Now you can see the styling. The F Sport not all F Sports have this red interior, but man, is it pretty. It's striking. It's gorgeous. It's bright. I think it looks good. Now I don't know what's going on here. To me, that is a design flaw. I don't know if they're just trying to get these cars out too fast and sacrificing quality, but that's definitely not Lexus quality. Maybe something happened after production of this car that kind of messed with the seat, but that does not look normal to me. Up here on the F, of course we have the F Sport on the headrest. Beautiful black on the inside. It's just a beautiful, beautiful chair. Of course, we have the red here. It has the double opening depending on what side you're on. Of course, you have your wireless charger, and then you have another 12 volt down there for extra charging or connectivity. Brake hold button here, very nice. Here's your touchpad that controls everything up here. I'm not going to get into that at all. I have a couple videos on that if you want to look into it. Automatic heated steering wheel, pretty awesome. Automatic heated seats as well. This one's not on auto. There you go, that's how you turn on auto. Very, very hidden CD player, Mark Levinson system. I think there's like 14 or 17 speakers in here. I've listened to it at a pretty high volume, and there gets a certain point that for the sake of my eardrums, I can't listen much louder than like 50. When, for example, if I turn the radio on, here's volume 16. If you're on like, you know, electric dance music, electronic dance music, and you pop it to 50, it's like, it's gonna hurt your ears almost. Okay, steering wheel, I love it. I think it's beautiful. I don't think it's perfectly well done in my opinion. Now the stitching is done really well, but you see these creases in the leather. I don't know what's going on there, and I've never seen that in any Lexus steering wheel before. I don't know if that's by design. I think it could, like I said, it could have been a rushed job to get these F Sports out because the demand is there for them. You see that crease there. I just don't know, and it doesn't feel 100% right. But what feels good right now, because my hands are frozen, is the heated steering wheel, which up here it's still not heated. Maybe very, very slightly, but here on the sides it's very, very warm and really, really well done. Of course, you have the F Sport steering wheel and the aluminum gas and brake pedal. Here's your heads-up display. Let's see if we can see it. It's there. There you go. There's your heads-up display. It's going to show if we're parked, and then you can see the RPMs as I rev a little bit, as well as your compass. Here's your traction control. Beautiful trim around here, and this might actually be metal. I'm not 100% sure, but it felt pretty cold to the touch. Steering wheel, very beautiful, very much LS 500, except we have, like I said, the F Sport steering wheel. Visor still in plastic. I'm not going to go too much, guys, over the interior because it's going to be very similar, in my opinion, to the ES 350 that I reviewed, the 2019 non-F Sport. Getting in the back seat, guys, like I said, I'm not going to go over too much what it's like back here. I just want to give you guys a beautiful, view of these unique red seats. And the back of these seats are very well done. You see the stitching here, very soft all the way down here as well. Beautiful red stitching. Nice map pocket. Of course, we have the standard USBs back here, quick charging with another charger, so you have at least two 12 volts. I don't remember if there's one in the very front. I think there's two 12 volts, one in here and one down here. Vents back here, very nice, blowing some warm air. These seats are exquisitely comfortable. Lots of leg room, and this seat's really far back, by the way. And I still have a lot of leg room here. Same handles as we have up front, as well as in the LC, as well as the LS. And you'll see these handles in the upcoming UX as well. A lot of people complain that this is plastic, and I would agree. I think they could do better. But in the F Sport, it does really well to contrast. I mean, the leather is black here, so I don't have a problem with the F Sport. Where I have an issue with this is probably in the luxury models that have the wood. But in this car, it doesn't look out of place at all. Materials, hard touch here, and we have this pedestal on around every window and door. It's kind of a flat ridge. I don't understand it, but I like it. It's different. Most cars are kind of rounded here. Of course, we have the same trim. Nice leather here, beautiful stitching. These seats are just very comfortable, and I wouldn't change much about these as well. I mean, it's not nearly as spacious, in my opinion, as the LS, but it does a really good job for a mid-size luxury sedan. Underneath the trunk here, we have our all-weather mats, our F Sport, first ever F Sport ES mats. Super cool. Nebraska people are probably going to use these all-weather mats in that black box. Good amount of trunk space. We have a pass-through. which I forgot to show you. I mean, the trunk's great. You have the creeper escape hatch as always, but that does no good because creepers are smart enough to tie you up most of the time. Right back in here, I forgot to show you. There's your pass through, and then your cup holders were very deep. I just love this red, and they did a nice job making sure this is leather too. Heck gosh, Lexus, nice job. They put leather here as well. And then I like how this is still red. The plastic is red as well too. Let's go over how to change sport modes. This knob right here, that's where the new sport mode knob is. Very reminiscent of the LC and the LS. You twist it down for eco, and you can see how it changes. Now it's a blue color. Hopefully you can see that. I press down again for normal. I twist up for sport, and I twist up again for sport plus. So pretty neat, guys, pretty neat. They really didn't do much to the exhaust tuning, if any at all, for the F Sport. But, I mean, here, can I get this to slide around? Yes, I can. It still slides. The RX, in my opinion, if I remember right, the RX F Sport does not slide around like this, but the IS and the RC do. So they did a really good job with this instrument cluster. Man, that needle's very responsive. They did a great job with this display. Let's drive the first ever ES F Sport. It's gonna be a quick little drive. This car is going to a local arena to be kind of a display piece. So I'm just gonna kind of do our little neighborhood route. I mean, as you guys know, you can see there's still plastic on the cars. I showed you already. So I'm not gonna keep it for long, but I'll get a good enough impression on it to let you guys know what this car is all about. Braking is excellent, as you would expect. Now, I'm gonna twist it in Sport Plus mode. Now, this car's not quite warmed up. It's a freaking cold day today. It's like 36 degrees here in Omaha. And so pretty much we skipped fall from summer. We went from summer straight to winter, and I need to plug in my seat belt. Which is very easy to do. Seatbelt quality A+, very little resistance when you try to put it on. I like that. Steering wheel feels really, really good, really solid, thick. The steering feel in general in Sport Plus mode isn't overly tight. I wouldn't mind that the steering wheel got a little bit tighter than this, but it still feels very good, very smooth, extremely responsive, and it goes exactly where I mean, there's no dead spots in the steering, is what I should say. I just read an article today that the Lexus engineers spent 3 years designing the seats for the new 2019 ES, which is, I don't know what the average seat design is for a car, but I'm pretty sure it's not 3 years. This particular car, the F Sport seats are very, very comfortable. Now, it doesn't have adjustable bolstering like you would have in the GS 350 F Sport, but they did a really good job. I mean, it's super comfortable. I don't feel like it's much different than the non-F Sport. However, when you get in the like RX, there's a big difference between the RX F Sport and non-F Sport seats. These seats are very comfortable. They don't feel over bolstered by any means, and they hug you very, very nicely. Even if you're slightly wide in the midsection, I think these seats, you're gonna find them very, very comfortable. We're driving, but we gotta get driving back. Howard was very, very nice to let me record by his house and his driveway. But I need to take this bad boy back. Now, I'm going to twist it into Sport Plus mode. The suspension is very, very firm in the corners, and Lexus does a good job with their adaptive suspension. It tightens up in the corners, so with all the computers in here, it stiffens up in the corners, and while you're driving straight though, it's still a very smooth ride. Now, it is a little bit bumpier than normal, I would say, in Sport Plus mode when you're going straight, but it's still very smooth, quiet car, just like the non-F Sport. gosh, this car likes to turn. It likes to turn hard in the corners, much more than the non-F Sport. But the non-F Sport still does a really good job, in my opinion. And I'm not going to push this car, guys, hard at all. Even in F Sport trim, it's still an ES. It's not like they put, you know, the twin turbo V6 like they have in the LS, for example. But they did a really good job with this car. Overall, styling is great. Handling's really, really good for an ES, something I haven't really seen before in a Lexus. That sums it up for the 2019 Lexus ES 350 F Sport, the first of its kind. And I can't wait to sell a lot of these cars in the coming months and years. If I'm going to be a long-time Lexus guy, I definitely could see myself doing that if that's what the future wants of me. But about this car, looks, they nailed the looks, inside and outside. Hopefully those little blemishes I saw on the leather, on the front seats, as well as the steering wheel, is just a one-time thing. I'm sure they're going to get the process down better as time goes on. But the looks are immaculate, in my opinion. Maybe just more darkened chrome over the windows. That's really the only thing I would change. The wheels are perfect. The car drives. It's still not that sporty, in my opinion. I think you get this car for the looks. Don't get this car thinking it's going to be more sporty than the 350 non-F Sport. Get it for the looks. Get it for the better looking grille, the bigger wheels, the red interior if you like it. You can also get it on black interior, I'm pretty sure. But man, this car is awesome. Is it the ES to get? Well, if you really like the looks, it's hard to pass this one up. The luxury non-F Sport is a great car as well. The only thing that car really has over this is the panoramic sunroof. But I still need to review the hybrid, guys. Haven't got my hands on the hybrid yet. In my opinion, just how I am, I don't need that much performance. I like miles per gallon. I think the hybrid might be the way to go. If you're not overly concerned with the looks of the car. I mean, the car still looks great, but I'm rambling at this point. I think they have a great lineup overall between the hybrid, the F Sport, and the non-F Sport ES 350. You really can't go wrong with any of them. The car is just so fantastic in every single way. But let me know what you guys think. Put your questions down below. Hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.